Hey everybody, Ryan here, bringing you yet another StarCraft commentary. Now we have set 4 of Samsung Khan against STX. So baby, it's gonna be good. We're gonna have JangBi against Hwasin here. This is a very good matchup. I'm expecting some good stuff. JangBi, his best matchup is against Terran. He's about 65% in that range. Hwasin's worst matchup is against Protoss. It's just under 50, so we'll see what he can do in that regard. But all in all, I think this will just be a very good match. Both these players are very good. So 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, you know, it's JangBi has to win this match for Samsung Khan to stay in the game. So yeah, this is gonna be on Colosseum II. We're gonna have JangBi in white at the upper left, and we're going to have Hwasin at the bottom left in red. Protoss and Terran respectively. And this Colosseum II is a very interesting map. There's a small choke in your base that has a little neutral, what was it, sunken colony that doesn't damage anyone, but there's a little creep there that can be used if you're a reserve player, but that won't come into play here, I think. There are 2 natural expansions, both which you can take. One is easier to defend, the other one is slightly harder, but both very interesting little expansions, so getting 3 gases is not necessarily that hard, because they're very close to your bases. All in all, I'm expecting a very interesting high macro match, a long game. And we see here Hwasin setting a supply depot, probably trying to wall off his choke. I believe you need a barracks and 2 supply depots to properly wall off. So we'll see if he manages in time, and we'll see how JangBi scouts. If JangBi scouts counterclockwise, as most players do these days, he'll probably be able to get a probe inside before that block aid is set off. So no, maybe you do need a bit more. Apparently 2 supply depots and a barracks, so you need a lot of buildings to block off there. JangBi still mining it so far. I don't see a gateway from him yet. That's probably coming up any minute now. Scouting probe has been set and it's going down, yeah, so it's gonna find Hwasin pretty quickly. Hwasin still hasn't set off a scout. Trying to play safe. So no, never mind. JangBi setting down a 14 Nexus, and this is actually not a bad idea on this base. It's a very large map on this base. I mean, on this map, it's a fairly large map, which allows for this kind of builds. JangBi, meanwhile, using his probe to harass those SCVs that try to block it outside, trying to keep it outside, and that probe's actually not trying to get in. I'm wondering if it's actually being blocked. I don't think it is. It probably is going to take out that SCV. That SCV's trying to run away before it gets taken out, trying to back around, doing little circles around there. JangBi's not going to chase. The SCV is going to survive. So yeah, that second building is another supply depot. Apparently that wall is working. That probe just trying to damage the SCV instead of trying to blow it off. A factory already coming up for Hwasin, so JangBi set up his gateway, just coming up, and gas also coming up right after that. Next is that probe is now going to be followed away by that marine, so no scout for JangBi, although I think he could have been able to get in. For some reason he didn't. That probe is just going to stick around, do something, try to see if Hwasin, has set down any expansions. So yeah, it's an important match for JangBi to win to get Samsung into the ace match, and you know, JangBi, he's our man. If he can do it, well, Stroke sure as hell can. So yeah, JangBi went for his Cybernetics Cure and second gateway, so he's going to be pumping some Dragoons soon enough. Command center coming down for Hwasin. Hwasin also knows what he's doing. A machine shop upgrading. I think Hwasin at this point has already 2 factories, so he's probably just going to skip the vultures, go straight for tanks, setting out that marine, probably do some scouting. Range upgrade going up for those Dragoons. That probe still trying to get inside. I don't know. Apparently it can't. Apparently somehow that works as a block. Interestingly enough, marine did manage to go through there, but I don't know why that probe can't. Maybe it's some sort of map thing that I just don't understand as a commentator, because this is the second map ever I cast on this map, second match ever I cast on this map, and I haven't seen. I've seen almost no matches played on it, so I know very little of the mechanics of it. So this is a first for me as well, a little bit here. Zealot also running around for JangBi, 2 first Dragoons out now, and second gas coming up. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty nice heavy macro game. First tank up for Hwasin. He's only on 1 factory, and he's upgrading that siege mode. So he's going straight for tanks, knows that he's going to need that. He's going to skip any and all vulture harass and just try to get the heavy attack right from the start. Still of a Dune coming down for JangBi. So we're probably going to see Zealot speed, possibly High Templar, maybe even Dark Templar. I don't see any detection, although there's an engineer bay now coming down, so that will protect against drops. In case that's about siege mode is ready. 2 tanks out, so any push at his choke there is not going to be successful with those 2 tanks. Now Marine going to go around, see what JangBi has going on, gonna spot those Dragoons, and not much else. Armory also coming down, and Engineer being lifted up, so interesting that. And Stargate and Temple Archives coming up for JangBi, so interesting strategies here. Going straight to a Stargate, wow, okay, quick Arbiters, that'd be very interesting. That Armory, yes, has been taken out, so I don't know if he'll go, I don't think he's going to go for Goliath. I think it's just quick upgrades, and at that point, he's just probably going to macro up a little bit, try to get down. Maybe yet another expansion. JangBi, meanwhile, is setting up for his 3rd expansion. There's 2 kind of naturals you get on this map. Make 3 gas builds rather easy and not that difficult to hold. I look forward to seeing what this Stargate is for. You don't see that many early Stargates in matchups, so I think it's maybe for quick Arbiters. Oh, I really look forward to see what's going on. Second factory now going down for Hwasin, so comes up. So yeah, it is an Arbiter Tribunal coming down. Wow, very, very early Arbiter Tribunal for JangBi. Probably has almost no force except for those few Dragoons, and actually, that's actually that way for both players. They're mostly just playing passively here, just macroing up. Turrets already up for Hwasin, so he's being very careful. Lots of turrets all over the place. I think, okay, Dark Templar was out. I think that armory was definitely for upgrades. You need to go for upgrades. It's very difficult. That's one of the ways to beat a Protoss, is the upgrade war. You have to try to get upgrades as fast as you can. I don't think there's a forge down for JangBi, so this is actually a pretty good idea by Hwasin here. Starport coming down. Wow, interesting. Drop shits. Oops. Said something I didn't mean to there. Drop ships. Drop ships probably coming down for Hwasin. I think at this point it'd be a pretty good idea. JangBi doesn't have that much to protect against drops. No cannons up. There are some Dragoons out there, but all in all, I think this would be a pretty decent idea. Third command center also come down for Hwasin, so he's going to also take his second expansion. And we're going to see both players go into full macro mode as soon as all those 3 bases are up and running. 5th and 6th gateways going up for JangBi. I'm sorry, I need a sip of water here. Here we go. Armory is also being used to apparently produce some Goliaths out there, so I was a little bit wrong in that regard. Maybe he's expecting those Arbiters. He might have scouted, although I don't know how. He doesn't have comsat. Maybe it just has those little instinctual things. Several vultures now out there, gonna fly around, try to spot any extra hidden stuff, see if they can't be a pain in the ass somewhere. That third expansion has been walled off by pylons and mines going all over the place just to help detect troop movement. Robotics facility also coming down, so drop tech is also on the way if it is necessary. Several more factories coming down for Hwasin as well as the second armory, so he is going for upgrades, and that is very important. First Arbiter now is out, so JangBi is just going to macro up here, get as many forces out, and probably already start pushing in very soon. It's a good idea that Goliath is out. Those Goliaths will be helpful against any and all Arbiters that are going to run around. He's going to need a little bit more Goliaths than that, though. He's going to help him out. It's going to be a little bit difficult for Hwasin. He's going to have to micro a lot along with his micro. Dark Templar running around there. Comsat's going off, so there was a comsat there. That Dark Templar not getting spotted. but still being chased away a little bit. The Dark Templar just waiting. Comset still going off, so the Templar is being forced to run away, and for now, that expansion is going to go down. Oh, they have to be very careful about the Dark Templar. A few vultures flying around there, running around there, being met by a Dragoon. He's going to pull it off. Ooh, that Dark Templar now taking pot shots. Ooh, but nice. Air turret going down there. So pretty nice play there by Hwasin, making a Dark Templar follow his troops right into a detector. But all in all, no real damage done by any units so far. I mean, a couple units running around trying to do some stuff, but nothing going on. Mines have been planted, so JangBi has to be very careful. He needs that observer. I think that's most likely what that robotics facility was for, rather than shuttles.